Mrs. Hello, guys and gals, animal friends, and spirit pals. Welcome to the Spirit Whisper channel. My name's Mark. You can call me Spirit Whisper if you like, if you're nasty. And welcome to Monday with Spirit Whisper and Pan. This is the day that we do readings on nature, animals, and the such, your pets, that kind of thing. So I hope you came with lots of questions, right? For the nanimals. I'm a channel psychic. Like when I say channel, like a conscious voice channel, so I bring spirit in to talk. But then also I do a lot of relaying where I just hear them and I tell you. And work with Pan mostly on this show, but I also channel Jesus and Dwal Cool. And I'm crazy enough to think I can talk to the animals. Okay, now usually my cohort in crime is Debbie, but she is still in merry old England. So I kidnapped somebody else and brought them on to share in the joy today. And you might remember her because I brought her on last week too. Let's have a big warm round of applause for Sun Psychic Jean. Yay!
Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. I love the introduction. I love the theater. Wonderful, wonderful.
Back again for some more Nanimals. She had a great time doing it last week, and I'm very familiar with Jean anyway because we've been reading together for a while, and I love her, and we like to work together and all that. So it just seemed like a great sub for Debbie. I think Debbie's back next week, but she hasn't been texting me a lot from England. She's just, at Hogwarts, busy.
How exciting is that? That's
With
so
the
exciting.
wands
Can't
and the
wait to
sorting
hear all about
hats.
it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's Slytherin, but whatever. Okay. So hello, everybody. We're going to, let me say a couple of hellos. Hi, Gina. Gina's helping me today, as always. She's always a happy helper here on my channel, and she's letting you guys know what the score is. There's Cindy from Encinitas. I started a question of yours. Jeanette, Karen, Peaceful Easy Feeling. I always want to say listening, of course. Peaceful Easy Feeling. Shelley Lane, Melody of Annalie. Hi, Melody. Hi, Wiki. I hear you were at a spiritual doodad where did you say she was there where you were, Jean?
With the Terry Suzuki,
Oh,
Kikaru. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
with Terry. I haven't talked to Terry forever. Okay. See who else is here real quick. I think I'm getting everybody's name. I like to shout you out. You know that, guys. I like to acknowledge that you're a spiritual warrior joining together on the channel. I like to shout your name out. Hi, Miss May. Let the world know. Yeah. So I am starting questions too. I am a man of many talents. Stefla or Steph LA. Hi, you're new to me, or that name is. Welcome. If you are new, I'm so happy you're here. If you have fun today, be sure to subscribe. And that reminds me, all of Jean's info is in the description right under the video. It has a nice link to her channel, so you can go visit her, see what all she's doing over there. She does a lot, and you'll enjoy it. So go over there and check her out if you don't know her already.
Thank you. I
Genosphere.
have the same as well. I have both of our links and both of our information in the show notes below as I'm simulcasting this week with Mark, and
That's right.
so that's lots of fun.
Simulcasting, so people coming from both sides. There's Genosphere, who's coming from your channel. Jennifer Cooper. Lark. Hi, Lark.
Lark is who I met at this past weekend at
Oh,
one of the
yeah, that's
psychic
so
fairs.
great. I love that. That must have been so fun. Did you have
It
fun,
was
Lark? Jackie Jacaranda, one of my favorite names to say. Jackie Jacaranda. I had the most beautiful jacaranda tree in one of my houses in California. I loved it so much. In that house, there was this really old jacaranda, and they have beautiful like lavender flowers all over them. And then in that same yard, I had a real like a 70-year-old wisteria. Do you know
Mm.
those? That also have the lavender and purple flowers, and they come down like a bunch of grapes, it looks like. And the wisteria just smells. Oh, it's so spicy and delicious. But anyway, then those the wisteria kind of grew up, and so it was just this purple crown chakra heaven, and it was in the wisteria grew over a little trellis that covered the porch. Oh, it was so beautiful. I miss that so much.
Mm.
Purple, 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 golden yellow. Hello. You're new to me. I love that name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tanya Hikes. Hi, Teresa. Hadarian in the car today. Care Bear Bard of Cards. Hi. Some new people to me. I love it that you're here today. Thank you so much. MJ420. I got your question. Almost at the bottom. Miss Sherlock's here. Hi. Thank you, guys. That's my rainbow kitty cat shirt today. And then I was showing Jean my new fancy pants. Very gay necklace.
It is lovely.
Davy Jones. Hi, you were in the Monkees. Ha ha ha. Take the last train to Clarksville. And I'll meet you at you're probably not old enough for that one, Jean.
Oh, I remember it.
Cody Mitchell. Andy. Oh, there's another question. Jeanette. Okay. I hope I'm getting there. Gave everybody a good shout out. I'm getting down to the bottom. Trying to catch up where we are currently at. See, so make sure I don't miss any questions. If you see me miss any, there's one from Cody. Hi, Cody. Lark is listening to us from a ladder. Okay.
That's dedication.
Yeah. He goes, I have to climb this ladder currently, but I'm taking you with me. Very nice. Dupree. Hi, Dupree. Or Dupre. I'm going to say Dupree, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh-oh, you were like, hi, one Moolah. You're saying, can we ask Buttercup? And I'm going, you don't mean my Buttercup, do you? Because she's right here with me. She goes, hi, what are you talking about? But you have a dog named Buttercup, too? And my little Buttercup has Corgi in her as well. Look at that. Love it. So I started your question. Cody Mitchell has some pussy pants. Well, I'd like to see them.
Pants with little kitties on them.
Oh, is that what it is? Yes. I was picturing something else. Lark loves the Monkees. Oh, the Monkees. I forgot already that it was the last train to Clarksville.
Davy Jones is here.
They were calling us monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to have to stop looking at comments now. It's so distracting. In a good way. But like Gina and I were talking, we had to get in that in-between world thing. And so you're going back and forth to I'm conscious reading comments and I'm not. And I'm doing that. So it is like a little back and forth thing. Okay, we got quite a few questions started already. Pan was chatting with me before we started, my good old buddy. He would like to do a really brief little energy, like meditation kind of a thing, just energy work. So anybody that wants to participate, we're going to do that now. It'll be brief. He wants to work with the earth energy. I don't know why he's asking me to do that today, but
We can
Mine
also
is not to reason why, mine is but to do.
we
Yeah,
can all focus together what Pan is will be sharing with us. We can all
right,
raise our energies and
right,
focus on what Mark is bringing through.
right. And he's going to be energetically addressing you guys at the same time. So I don't know how they do it, but he'll come in here with me, but he'll also go whoever's participating. So it is an energy exercise. So he will be energetically working with each of you who participate to help raise and boost your energy. Also, help you to let go of anything that doesn't serve you. It's like an assistance. All right, here he comes. Mm. Good afternoon. This is the one called Pan. Of course, that's just one of the names that many call me, but I like that one, and that's the one that Mark likes as well. So, hello, my friends. I'm so happy to be with you as I am every week. And today I asked Mark to allow me to step in more completely in this form. I'm always there kind of whispering, but I wanted to come in to do a more complete channeling, kind of like we do in private sessions. Anyway, today I wanted to work with Mother Earth's energy, but with yours as well. So, I'd like for you to imagine for a moment, just quickly, I want you to reference your connection to source. So, you always have this cord of light. It's like it shows itself in different ways. Sometimes it looks like a tube, a cord, a ray, a rope, different things, but it goes far up into the heavens and it goes way down into the earth. It connects to source above you and source below you. You might call that God and Goddess. And it goes right through your energy body, right down your spine, spinal column, into your seat, and the tailbone, and then it splits and goes down both legs, out the soles of the feet into the earth. There we go. If ever you're feeling a little out of balance, a little out of sorts, if you just take a couple of minutes to acknowledge this connection and visualize it for yourself, it'll help bring you back into balance. All right. Now I want you to imagine that each of you have a big world, Earth, and you're holding it in your hands in front of you. And let's look to see, let's bring that cord of light, which is already there, but let's look at it and see it going through the earth, Mother Earth. So it goes in through her crown, goes right through the center of the earth. So we're going to use like North Pole, South Pole, like the crown and the root. Then it's going to come out the South Pole, the stream of light, white light, cord of light, tube of light, and it goes back into the universe. The earth is one with source. It comes from source, it goes to source. It's source to source, just like you are. Now, I'd like for you to imagine that the energy goes out to the right and to the left from the center, out forward and backward from the center, from the center stream in the Mother Earth, and it begins to fill all the space in all directions with this white light of source. She's moving and lifting her vibration so that it more evidently resonates here on the earth plane, that there's no longer such a mystery as to what, who, and where you are. Now, just like for you, one more moment, let's imagine that we each join hands and there's some others coming in. We're going to circle around the globe, like-minded beings from all walks of life, but have open heart, open mind, and are looking to consciously support the earth, humanity, everything else here on this planet to lift its vibration. So you're joining hand to hand. The white light is moving between all of you from one hand to the next, to the next, to the next. And the earth in the center is glowing with this white light. And there's a oneness. As she achieves more and raises her vibration and achieves more of this into her being, so too do you. All right. That's good. Now, just like for you to a moment, allow the earth, she's going to send a thank you, a gift, an abundant energy surge to each of you who participated. She gives back that which is given. And just go ahead and allow yourself to accept that. Feel her gratitude. Feel your oneness with the earth. All right. Okay. Thank you, my friends. That looks so good, and I really like it. And I'm going to step to the side so Mark can continue with the show, and I'll drop in when needed. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, that was different. All right. Let's see. Now we can kind of get started. I'm starting to get back in my body here. See if I missed anything while I was in with my eyes closed.
That was really beautiful. I was being flooded with imagery throughout the entire thing. It was really, I could feel his energy, and he's very near and dear to my heart as well. So I was so thrilled when you said he was going to come in. So,
Yeah. I know, like occasionally they'll do that and they'll say, Mark, can I do it? I'm like, okay. I didn't know for sure what he wanted to do. I knew he wanted to work with Mother Earth, but I wasn't sure what we were going to do. But I liked it. Okay. I may have missed questions, but we have a lot. So we're going to get started. Let me tell you who I have starred. Don't mean I'll get to you, but I'm just going to give you a general idea so you might hang around. So Cindy, Wiki, Shelley Lane, Care Bear, MJ420, Andy, Cody Mitchell, Dupree, Mula, Golden Yellow. Okay, some of them have doubles on there. Vero and JR. So Spirit is saying we're going to jump around, and I'm going to probably try to hit up some people that I haven't read for before, because I like to do that, give new people an opportunity to get a reading. So let's start with Cindy. Cindy, are you here? And here on my channel, I like for you to be present when we do your reading. So I'd like for you to say, here, or here I am, hi, something, just so I know you're here. Okay. So Cindy's question is, oh God, get out the glasses. Hi, all. So as you can see, I don't really read the questions till we get to them. A breeding pair of bald eagles in Big Bear, California had a clutch that didn't hatch. I want to know if they will try again this year or wait until next year. They are Jackie and Shadow. Okay, Cindy. I wonder why they didn't hatch, though. That's interesting. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for saying hello. Appreciate it. Have they had a clutch before? Do you know, Cindy? And I feel like people are aware of them, and stuff like that. But I'm wondering if they already had they had successful babies. Oh, there's some little wonky thing going on.
So
Yeah. Okay. They have had babies before.
I'm getting that the babies didn't. I feel as though there were. It was fertilized, and that there were babies there, but they just didn't make it. They just didn't. Obviously, they didn't live long enough while during the. I don't know what you call it when the nesting
Yeah.
stage.
Hmm. I'm sitting there energy. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards.
And I think it's a gestation. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Gosh, we need you guys. So, and I feel as though it's simply what I'm feeling is it's sort of random, like it's nature's way. Like not every egg will be hatched. It's like there's a randomness to it. It's not a guarantee, and I feel as though that the mom and dad or Jackie and Shadow are disappointed by it. I do feel as though there's something that they were looking forward to, a new life, or this job of helping to raise and feed this new um I guess, I don't know, hatchling, chickling, I don't know what you call them, but that they were sort of hopeful that the hatch or that the baby would be okay, but and then they're sort of let down because they were getting ready to do all that work. Like it's a lot of work, it's a lot of focus. But I feel as though the reason for the babies not hatching is just really random. I mean, sometimes there's just not a viable, strong enough form inside, or strong enough. I don't know. I just feel it's a very natural thing. I'm not feeling toxin. I'm not feeling, cold or weather or anything. I just feel it's natural.
Yeah. Well, there's some little something like about nutrition or something. Um, that the eggs didn't have all the nutrients or something this time. But I don't think that's unusual, really. It just didn't seem like they had enough. I don't know if it's the yolk or whatever, but it didn't quite, there wasn't quite enough of the mix or something like that. But I did pull cards on the question of will they try again this year? Wait, next year. So, Two of Wands, uh, they will keep trying. So, you know, wands or passion, a lot of times they can even mean sex. And this Two of Wands is like coming together again to create more eggs. So here's the Ten of Pentacles. So, they're not done with eggs yet. There's more to come in the future. And then I get the Sun, and these eggs will hatch. They're still going to have some babies. So the last two, I got the Knight of Cups and the Six of Wands. And so that looks like they've probably already, I don't think they're going to wait. They're going to go ahead and start. I don't know if that's normal for them to have more than, yeah, I think they can have another clutch this year. So, um, that looks like we're in the process. You know, love is on the move, and this wand is out in front, ready to hit the target. You know me, guys, I read a lot from the pictures. So I'm feeling positive about that, that they're going to go ahead and, you know, like if at first you don't succeed, try again. And I do feel like it's going to be more successful. Having said that, it does feel like there's a little something about enough nutrients or something. Yeah. So yeah, I get a big oh yes with my pendulum too. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Oh, you found that only about 50% of eagle eggs hatch? Yeah, there you go. They're a good match though, and a good pairing, and they're not going to, that didn't stop them. They're going to keep going. And they are planning on having more babies, and I see more babies. And you know, of course, bald eagles are endangered, although they've been doing some good work of trying to build their numbers up again. But still, a lot of times what kills them is like pollution or eating something that's been killed with a bullet. And then they get the, like they'll eat a carcass or get, but it's got bullets in it. And so sometimes that will kill them. So, you know, they don't have a lot of natural predators because they're big time on the top. But except for humans. Okay, that was good. I feel good about it. Yes, from the lead, MLR. That's exactly right. Lead poisoning.
Yeah, thank you, MLR. That was,
Yep.
I really appreciate when people are so they support the information that we're trying to convey. It's
Yeah,
really
they fill in
very
and
much.
get, because
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because we're balancing between worlds, but the easiest word in the world won't come to my mind. Most, I'll go, what? You know, I'm trying to say something.
Mhm.
And
So
then they'll go, you mean this word? Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go to, let's go to Care Bear Bard of Cards. So I'm jumping around, guys, and I'm just kind of following randomness. So I think Care Bear left a few. Here's another. Let's look at this first part first. Hi, all. My cat is missing as of last night. Oh, no. So worried. She's an indoor cat and is scared of strangers and everything. She slipped outdoor and can't find her. Will we find her? Is she okay? Thank you. And then she added a little more to that. Let me see here. She's a tortie, 13 years old, Julie, missing as of last night. Okay, Julie, a tortie, tortoiseshell kitty. She's right there. I don't think she's very far. Let me see. Julie, 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 do you love me? Well, Care Bear, I feel pretty good about Julie getting back home. I don't think she's super far away. It feels like she had to hide or something, but she's determined to get back. I don't think she's like, I don't think she's very far away, really. And I see her coming back to you. Um, I feel like she had to hide out for a minute or something. Like, she went out and it was like, oh, I can go do this. But then she kind of got stuck. So I'm going to just show you the few cards that came out while I was looking at, in my brain about it. Friendship care is there. So I see you guys being reunited, coming back together again. They give me this instigator card. Got to start something, because it almost looks like a dog or something scared her into hiding. She had to hide out a minute. It was like a surprise. Everyone's connected. So you're going to reconnect. So just imagine that you're reconnected. Hold, like, it's like put a candle in the window, that you're on the lookout. And then, surprise, oh my God, there she is. So I think she's going to come back. I feel like, and I'm not a big one to give false hope and all that. I hate that. So I feel like she's going to come back pretty soon. Like you might even see her today, maybe. So just keep looking a little bit. I just see her like she was just hiding, which I like. And I think she's going to come back. What are you getting, Jean?
I was asking a lot of different questions, and I was trying to get a timeline, and I know it sounds long, but I just got that she'd be back before Wednesday at 8 p.m. Because I
Okay.
said by the end of the night tonight, no. Tomorrow night, no. Wednesday night, yes. And then I went, before dark, after dark, and they said I figured around 8 p.m. Before that, that would be the last. And then I asked, is she within 50 yards of the house? Is she within 100 yards of the house? And I got a yes on 100 yards. She's within 100 yards of the house. Like Mark said, she's close. And I don't know. Terry Suzuki often suggests putting your pillowcase outside so that she can smell you and catch that in the wind and be able to find her way back if she's just a little lost, if she hasn't been outside. I don't know if there's any other tips or things that you can think of there, Mark, but
Well, I think she's close enough that she can hear you. So just call to her, or say, "Come on, you're okay. I'm here for you." Keep trying to keep your mind as positive as possible. Don't jump into worst case scenario thing. No. Because she's pretty wily. I know you mentioned she was a feral cat that you adopted years ago, but she has some sense of, you know, getting away or putting herself where you can't get her. She's just kind of waiting to make sure it's all clear, I think. But I put the cards all together and I shuffled them all again. And then I got this card yet again.
well, that card just made me think, are you sure she got out? Are you sure she's not hiding in the
Well,
house?
I know. But she could be under a building or something like that, and like peeking out. So I think she can even kind of hear you. But I think you're gonna be reunited. Let us know, because I like to know if my hits are just completely off track. But I do feel like this is going to be a happy outcome. All righty. Thank you, sweetie. Good luck, Julie, little kitty
Yeah.
cat.
Let us know. Put
Now,
a comment in the bottom of the show here, Care Bear, and let us know.
yeah.
Keep us posted.
And since I, of course, work with Pan's energy, he's also going to this is what he's looked like he's doing. He can see her. She's not very far. And he's just connecting the light between you and her. It's like a little, it helped coax her. It feels safe, secure. What she knows, it helped coax her back in. She wants to come back. It's sort of like, ew, that wasn't the best idea. Okay. I feel pretty good about it. All righty. Thank you, guys. All right, let's move on. Trying to pick somebody else. Vero, are you still here? Vero H.E., you're new to me as well. So say hello if you're still here. Then I'll go back up to the top again. So we got that one off of there.
Yes.
Okay, they're there. All righty. So Vero, thank you for saying here. Hopeful tears. And just go ahead and envision it's all okay. It's just as possible that she comes back. So just keep your focus on that. Okay. Hi, everyone. My dog Kelly is about 16 years old. She is a Chihuahua mix, little Kelly. I don't know if I should take her to sleep. But my daughter doesn't think it's time. I want to ask for advice. Can you help me? Okay. Okay, Vero. Well, if you watched my channel and watched me for a while, you know I'm not the biggest proponent of euthanasia. That doesn't mean I wouldn't ever choose it, but I don't just choose it constantly. That's just not my first choice. Now, if an animal is suffering and just suffering, then that's a different thing. But if they're just reaching their end of life and they're just senior and old, I don't necessarily recommend that. Animals, like people, know how to die. That's always been happening. Vets and doctors are newer things, and not all, and doctors are going to try to encourage you to let them handle it, as if God couldn't or something. So just think about it carefully. If they're really suffering, yep. If they're not, allow them just to pass on their own, like you would with your family member. And they'll just pass on their own. Now, I say that having had so many pets, I can't even count them at this point, that lived ripe old ages. And there was only one that I took to the vet because she had cancer and she was acting like she was in pain. And I just worried about it and I took her. And then I kind of hated it, because it's never fun no matter what. But of all the others, they've all passed with me at home. And it's just an easy, for me, it suits me. It's very emotional. I'm not saying that. I'm a very emotional person. It's not anything I like to do, but I feel good about just being there with them, letting them pass naturally and supporting them in that. So there's that. That's my feeling. Now let's look in general. Let's look at Kelly.
Is she refusing her food, Vero?
I feel like she's just acting old a little bit. She has her bad days and good days. Yeah, sometimes she struggles, they say. She eats, but she's picky. Okay. Now I know that that's the popular method, and I know I don't have the very popular, maybe opinion in that. I felt that same way at the zoo all the time. I just, a lot of times I would just be with the animal and they'd just pass with me. But the vets, they were always pushing to euthanize them. But I liked it better if they just went. So that's, I have that thought process and that experience. So I just want to say that up front. I feel like Kelly's not quite ready to go. Um, she has old age issues, like I do. But overall, she's overall, all things considered, a little old lady, she's doing pretty good. Now you say she's picky, but I can't believe how picky I am the older I get about food, and I'm a big chow hound. And these days, it's so hard for me to find something I like. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's really been a challenge. And I'm just thinking, what? Like nothing tastes the same. So, you do kind of go through that. I feel like that's what the pickiness is about. Some days you just don't want it. So kind of offer some variety. She's not ready to go though, I don't think, sweetie. What are you
And
feeling?
I think that sometimes when we see our fur babies struggle, we think that it must be like intense pain is making them struggle. And what I'm feeling with Kelly is it's just that she's a little stiff. So it takes her a little while or a little bit more to get going or to get moving. I just feel it's more stiffness and not pain that's making her move in such a, you know, in that way. Um, I do feel as though she has more time, and I feel as though um, it's a good lesson for the kids too. I see you say the kids, your daughter, who's somebody thinks that your daughter doesn't think it's time. I think it's really important to involve them and to let the family, reach a consensus on this. Um, and I feel as it may be your daughter's best friend as well, and it's really important when there's somebody else involved to have that together. Um, yeah, yeah. It doesn't mean that they're suffering in pain that they walk in a stiff manner. It's just like an old man or something. It's just that they're just stiff. It's not the pain that's making them walk that way. It's just you know, the their joints don't work like they used to or
Right.
something.
And I've always, you know, it's always felt to me a lot of times when I do these readings, they don't reference pain the same way humans do either. They're
Mm.
not like walking around, oh, I'm in pain, oh, I'm in pain. They don't really. They know that there's something going on. They're not unaware, but they don't focus on it like pain, pain, pain. They're more on getting on with the day or whatever. So it's a little different. And I know sometimes it's like, well, I don't. It seems like it'd be better to have her put to sleep than just to allow her to go to sleep because maybe that'll be less painful. But that's really not been my experience. And the reason I really changed my mind on that was way back when I was working at the zoo, and there was a coyote. The story's on my channel, but um, I was going to work. I hadn't taken care of this coyote. Pan told me I needed to go talk to her. Went in the cage with her, even though I didn't know her. She was a wild coyote, but I'm crazy that way. So I just went and sat with her and talked to her. I'm sitting with the wild coyote with my eyes closed, Jen, in the cage. And she told me she was ready. She was getting ready to cross. And I thought, oh, no. And then a couple of days later, I came to work. Man said, you need to go to the coyote right away. It's time for her to cross. So I went to her. She'd put herself into this little concrete bunker, which she never, ever went in. And so I crawled in there with her. Again, a wild coyote, I didn't know. Sat down with her. She crawled over and laid her head in my lap. And then she passed. And when she passed, this was a really strong experience I had. And I know that's why Pan was wanting me to do it. It was so clear. It always gives me like goosebumps. But I saw this energy come down. It was like an angel and escort her spirit up. It was like it accompanying it. And it was like, this is what happens when people pass too. And that I remember at the time, it felt like it pulled it right through my body and I could feel her go. And then, of course, she passed at that exact moment when I was thinking that's what was happening. And plus that energy, I was like, well, who are you? Because I'd never seen it before or anything. And they said, well, some people call me. No, I remember I said, are you the angel of death? I was going, what are you? And they said, well, people call me that, but I really like to be called the keeper of the doorway or the keeper of the threshold. And my job is to escort spirit to the doorway. And it seemed like the coyote spirit too was right there ready for that. I don't know. And sometimes I feel like, I might be wrong because I don't know everything, that the medication can cloud some of that experience. And so they don't have it as fully as they might. Now, everything's okay. I'm not saying that, but it just makes it a little bit different. And which is why a lot of times we would rather we just pass naturally instead of in the hospital pumped with a lot of stuff. So I just try not to make people think I'm trying to tell you, don't do that. I'm not, but I do want to speak for the other side of that. And I've done it over and over and over and over with, zoo animals and my own pets. And it doesn't make that any easier, really. I mean, I'm very, very emotional. At the same time, I do feel kind of good afterwards because I feel like I was just there honoring them in their process when their time to cross, because when I feel like there's, I always pray, I just want you to cross the way you want to, I don't want this to be about me. I want this about you. And I just try to honor it as much as I can and just honor their process. And usually I'm holding them as they go. And, then I cry like a river and a half, usually every single time. But I feel that felt better to me than when I was sitting with my dog who was put to sleep. That was just as painful, but somehow it felt more like honoring them the other way. I don't know, guys, I'm talking too much about it now. Anyway, I feel like she's not ready to go. If she had her choice, she'll probably just go to sleep on her own at home. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting from Kelly. But she's not in pain, I don't think, sweetie. No more than I am, like achy. Yeah.
I think once they start refusing food and unable to, do daily tasks, if you know what I mean, it's probably a sign that it might be coming sooner,
Yeah. The animals realize it's coming too, and they will quite often naturally go off food and not eat as much and not drink as much because they're preparing their body for them to leave it. And so they don't. But that's another thing that, sometimes you're in the hospital and the hospital stuff can keep your body going maybe longer than your spirit was really kind of wanting it to. I don't say that every time, but there is that thing that it's sort of an artificial extension, even though you're kind of ready to go. So, they'll do that automatically. A lot of times cats, they'll sense it and they'll want to kind of go off on their own too. You'll have that experience. So they do kind of realize when it's coming. Anyway, guys, I hope I didn't talk too much about that today.
Maybe you can get her like a warm blanket or a warm, like a warming, someplace where it's warm to help soothe her joints when she's, in the bed.
And, appreciate
Like
her.
a hot water bottle or something underneath the blankets.
I did pull one card, vulnerability, the strength to show yourself. So, it's just her in her age. She's just rolling around. She's fine there. She's feeling a little vulnerable because she's getting older, but she's happy at home. She also loves your daughter quite a bit. Just a little added on there in the end. Okay. Thanks, guys, for putting up with me during that one. Okay. It's really a topic I should just do a whole show on, but okay. Okay, Shelly Lane, let's go to you. Are you still here? MJ 420, I'm going to go to you after that. Oh, you think so, MLR? I might do that, yeah. Okay, Shelly, are you here?
Shelly's here.
Okay. Majestic Oracle wanted to say hi to you. Hi, Majestic Oracle. Thanks for stopping by. So, Shelly wants a message from her baby girl, Duchess. Now I just spilled Red Bull all over myself. Dutchie, Cavalier Spaniel. Thank you so much. Is Duchess here on the earth? I think she's alive, right?
It's hard to tell.
I don't know. So let us know.
I think.
Thank you, Amanda.
So whether she's here or not, I hear her saying that you named me right, that you could feel that prestigious energy in my personality, that I felt like a prima donna from day one, and you treated me this way, even with oh, she's not sure, she got out and unable to find her. Oh no,
Okay.
Shelly. Oh. Well, I can talk to her regardless of where she is, but I can't tell. Oh, sorry.
How long ago was that? That's been a while. Or is that a recent occurrence? I know I'm having a little bit of a hard time too getting her to clue in here. Hey, Duchess. That was the name of my first dog when I was a little boy, Duchess.
Oh.
She was a white shepherd, much like this one behind me. It's been a while. Okay, yeah. Let me see about you, Duchess. What's happened? Where'd you go, little pretty spaniel? Little cutie pie.
She was fussy. She was picky. She was stubborn. She was ornery. She was didn't like some people, and you didn't know why, but she liked other people. She was hot and cold, and it was almost like she was a little demanding. Um, I don't know if you had other dogs around her, because she would be like, "I'm the queen here. This is my food. This is my mom. You stay away from her. Like I get the lap." Like there's something about her that she was quite demanding, um, and I feel like she loved the way you loved her, and she loved that you were her mom, and she loved the way that you catered to her, no matter how much of a fuss she put up. But she said, I loved her and catered to you as much as you catered to me. She said it was reciprocal. It was synchronous, symbiotic. It was a balancing of when you would cater to her, she would be so grateful to be catering to you right back. What a lovely, lovely relationship. She is loved and very spoiled. She was older and starting to have issues walking, but my big guy Bubba thought she was his baby. I see.
Well, I feel like she ended up being somebody else's dog. Oh, she stayed by. Oh, that's so sweet, Shelly. I feel like she got out, this little playfulness, and these kind of look like little spaniels, actually, these little puppies. She kind of got lost. She lost track of where she was. Like her mind was squirrel over there, something like that. And then she just kind of got discombobulated. I feel like, though, I almost feel like she may have gotten picked up by like animal control or something. I don't know for sure, but it feels like she was adopted out of like, I feel like she got found and then she was adopted. So this loneliness, longing to belong, that kind of makes me think she was sitting someplace waiting to be adopted. But I feel like she was adopted. And it ended up, her new family took good care of her. And it was okay. She was content there. She liked being with people more than not, you know. Um, but I'm not 100%. She may have crossed as well by this time. Let me just ask my pendulum that, because I'm feeling like, there was a little bit of a glitch, but then she ended up moving with another family, and that was good. And then I think, she crossed with a family. Let me see here. So by that, I don't think she like got killed or run over or something like that. It feels more like she was, rescued or found. And I get a positive spin on that. I know I knew that when I was saying that, I felt like you probably checked all that. Once my big giant white shepherd, I've had a few, got out, and it freaked me out. Couldn't stand it. He was lost in Los Angeles. I was going, oh my God, how will I ever find him? I was so like freaked out. And so I sat down and called Pan. That's my thing. God and Pan, and said, how can I ever find him? And it was like, well, the easiest way is for him to get caught, and then you'll be able to find him at the shelter. And so I was kind of, well, get caught. Turns out that is what happened. But the reason I brought that story up is I called the shelter. I went to the shelter, and they kept telling me no, and he was there, with them telling me he wasn't. And I feel like a big white shepherd. It wasn't like, and I went back a second time, and my good girlfriend at the time said, now, Mark, if they tell you can't go anywhere, you just go there anyway, in there and look. And thank goodness she said that to me, because they did say you can't go back there. I was with my partner, and we just went through the door, and there he was, like in behind a glass thing. As soon as he saw me through the glass, he started freaking. I went, he was real thin, because by this time it had been a few weeks. But Pan kept telling me I was going to reconnect. And I was going, oh my God. And I was so upset because I'd been there and said, call me and everything. Come to find out, when he got caught, he bit the person. And that's why he was like he wasn't in the regular spot. He was like in a quarantine area. Anyway, I just say that you can't always believe whatever they tell you on the phone. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she met like a horrible end out in the wild. Like, I don't feel that, Shelley. So I don't feel like that's what she wants to tell you. In the end, I think she was cared for by a family. Okay.
Such a sweet personality, and a little diva she was.
Yeah, I agree with that. And she had a great time when she was with you. That was sort of kind of a freakish sort of thing. Like she got overwhelmed and kind of got discombobulated. And I think that's how she lost her way a little bit. Hey, Andy, are you still here? Then Cody. Then Dupre. If any of you guys are here, say howdy.
Andy's here.
Okay, great.
You're welcome, Shelley.
You're welcome, sweetie. Okay, here's Andy's. Yeah, I think she's gone. Majestic Oracle. That's my feeling. I don't know about Jean. Maybe she feels like she's still here. Feels to me like she passed peacefully. Or he. No, she.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Andy says, could I ask about Morgan? My cat is sick. I think he has another year. He's 14. I'm treating him for pain. Is he out of pain? Thank you so much. Love you too. Love you too, sweetie. Andy. And so, Morgan. Hi,
So
Cody. I see
I'm
you're
getting a
here.
really, really, really strong, defiant, will weather this storm with you, Andy. This Morgan is there for you through thick and thin and will weather the storm. He's like the one that would be standing out in a gray, a yellow rain gear with the yellow hat, like Morton Salt or something. I'm seeing him with the yellow boots, and this is Morgan. Maybe is it Morgan Salt? Something about Morgan is something about Morgan is making me think of this yellow. Like he's going to be standing there through the rain, through the snows, through the sleet. He's there. He's going to be weathering the storm. He's going to be there through thick and thin, and it's going to take a whole lot for him to leave you. He's very insistent to stay by your side, and he's very grateful for you helping him and helping him manage his well-being. He's so grateful to you for checking with experts or vets and being so concerned about his well-being, because his job is to be concerned about your well-being. And he's like, can you believe she did that for me? Like, and it's like, I mean, not the but just he's like, he's so dedicated to you to begin with, that the thought of you, I mean, not just the way that you are with him is just makes him so much more indebted to you, is what he's saying. I feel as though your soul, this soul you've known before in another lifetime, this soul is very much a guardian for you, and very much a soul taking care of your soul, like more than like a emotional support, but your emotions, helping to deal and work through and filter your emotions. I'm not sure if you had a great loss while you had this cat, that you had a lot of grief, and this cat helped you by just sitting with you and purring, like filter through that grief. Or if there was some sort of a big divorce or something that occurred in your life, that this cat was there for you, and this was his job, this was his mission to come in. So he's very, very much wanting to stay and being, and is will be there through thick and thin, is what I'm just, he's like, oh no, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think that too. And I love his energy. Um, just being a cat, I don't know. I like him quite a bit. Uh, this is what he's saying to me. It's a funny way to say it, but he's got aloof, seek non-attachment. He's saying, I am not identifying with this illness, and it is not going to become me. Like he says, yeah, but that's not me completely. I'm above it. So he doesn't feel like he wants to succumb to it, whatever it's going on with him. He says, yeah, it's something, but it's not me. So that makes me feel like he's not ready for that to take him out. He is going to just move right through it. I can do it. Trust. He's going to defy the vets and just, I don't think, the abdominal surgery, I wouldn't do that. He don't want to do that. I feel like he's going to get a little better. He says, yeah, I am a little out of balance sometimes, but I feel like he thinks mom helps with that. So I just don't feel like Morgan is looking to go right away. And sometimes the doctor's diagnosis is a little more dramatic than the actual what's going on sometimes. Or they'll jump to some big thing that it might be similar symptoms. So I'm not even sure that they know what's going on, first of all. But I don't think it's something that's going to take him out. He's saying, nope, not going to take it out. Just stay the course, persistence. He's persistent. That's kind of what Gene was picking up on, a little bit of that persistent energy. I'm not, don't be, no. So I feel pretty good about him, sweetie. I know he's getting up there. But cats can go pretty long, 20, 21, 22 these days. So I'm not getting I'm ready to go vibe from him. He's happy. He thinks you take good care of him. He does have a little bit of attitude, like a little above it, sort of like that card that he was talking about. I'm above the disease, but he has a little, stateliness, like a little bit nose in the air, kind of an attitude, a strong sense of himself. And like right when I'm describing that, he's going, and my job is not done. Oh, good, around the steroids. Yeah, he said, my job is not done. Or my time with you is not done, he says. Yay, that's great. Oh, he's a Maine Coon. All dude. Yeah, Maine Coons can have that little. I love it. That's so cute. Thank you, sweetie. And thank you, Morgan. So.
Such dedication.
Yeah. So MJ said they were still here.
Cody said he's still here.
Cody, okay. So Cody, you'll be next. MJ, you're next. And then Cody. And Dupree, if you're still here, let me know. And Mula, one Mula, let me know. I think we can get at least that many. Hi, Fatima. A lot of people here today. Thank you. Hi, Donna. Okay, so MJ420, I'm so worried about my rescue, Lacey. How is she doing? MJ420, I'm feeling you're still here. What's Lacey, a dog? I think maybe, but can't remember. I know I remember Lacey, but I can't remember if it's dog or cat. Let me see.
I haven't seen her in a while.
MJ420, there they are.
Okay.
TYE. I don't know what that means. Yes, it's a dog. Okay. So you're worried. Let's see what's going on with Lacey. Hey, Lacey. Well, he wants energy. So while Gene is doing, tuning in, I'm going to go ahead and send Lacey some energy with Pan. He's coming in to do that. It's like an immune system booster is what he's saying. They were mean to her. Who? You didn't mean before you got her? Okay. I'm not really. Let me see here. What are you getting, Jean?
Well, I have panic, fear, crying, neediness, wanting to be held, and can't say much. I said, is there anything wrong? And she said no. And I said, are you worried about something going to be wrong? So it's almost like um, panic or anxiety or fear, and it's almost like a PTSD kind of thing. And she's almost afraid something's going to be wrong. It's almost like I'm going to be crying now. So in case something goes wrong, I'll be ready to cry. And I feel like she's almost needy and whimpering and wants your attention. And you're like, what is wrong? What can I do? And it's really not any one thing other than you may need to. I know that I learned this from Mark that you can work through the anxiety with them. Let them know they're okay. Put them in a little bit of a stressful situation for like 1 second, 2 seconds, and say, "Here, you're okay. I'm right here." And then go 3, 4, 5 seconds in a little like by themselves, and then come back and say, "Here, you're okay. See, you're okay." You can let them know and reinforce that they're okay. They're okay. They're okay. But it does take some intensive work with them. But does she have panic, fear, anxiety, crying, needing? Because she, sorry,
No problem.
just went down. And she's like saying, but there's nothing wrong. She's saying, but just in case, I'm ready. I've got this going. Just in
Yeah.
case there's something going to be wrong. I'm gonna be this way.
Right. Yeah. It feels because I kept trying to find if there's something physical, and I'm not really getting that. It feels more emotional. Oh, you
Yeah.
can't leave her alone. Yeah, that's
Yep.
definitely emotional kind of trauma. That's not from you. Like Gene was saying, well, there's really not anything wrong, but there could be, or it might be. It could be around the corner. So it's hard to trust in the calm and that everything's okay. But she learned that before you got her, poor little baby girl. Uh, but let's see. That's why Pam wanted to do some energy work. It's a booster because I wasn't really getting physical, but he's boosting the auric field, which, a lot of times that's where that gets cloudy is because the emotional body can cloud up the auric field. And a lot of times, even today, when he came in, he said, I'm going to help release energy that's no longer for your highest good. It'll kind of get stuck in the auric field, the energy that goes around you, and it needs a little extra push. Like it'll eventually go, but he can kind of encourage it to go ahead and move. And that's what he's doing here with Lacey. Lots of like separation anxiety or PTSD. Just, you really can't tell her how lovable and sweet she is enough. That will help her. How much you love her, that you want her here forevermore. You're not really looking for her to, go somewhere else. Um, this is your home. We're here to take care of you. We're not going to get rid of you. We love you for who you are. Also, sometimes it's good just to say to them, it's okay for you to act this way. Um, because you've had emotional, trauma, and it's okay that it comes up, and you're not bad for that, that kind of thing. I'm not going to give you away because you have emotional scars. Sometimes it's just good to allow them to be a scaredy cat, if that's what they, or a dog here we're talking about. And sometimes just in allowing that to be okay, they realize they can let some of that go. They don't have to dramatize it as much, because in a way they're like going, do you see this is what's happened, and you just acknowledge it. Yeah, I know, I see why that would be dramatic, but that's okay. I love you anyway. You can be that or not be that. It sort of gives them an option to let that go a little bit. She's listening to this whole big chat. That actual talking to her will help. You hear me say this quite a bit, but even if you just sit down for 2 minutes, she doesn't have to even be in the room with you, although she's probably right with you. But you can imagine her stepping up on a stage in a light and then just talk to her. Tell her about, how understanding you are. That makes sense. You don't have to constantly, in a way, it's like no one gets it, kind of. It's like an abused child. They act out on it because they're not sure people realize, in a way. I want you to know this had a big effect, and sometimes just acknowledging it helps them lay that to rest. She's listening to all this. She loves the energy that Pan's doing with her. That feels good. Now, MJ420, you can also call on Pan and ask him just to give her an energy boost. All right. I feel like that's what I can do today.
Yep. And tell her, say, Mark told me all about it. I understand. It's okay. And she really does pick up on your energy. So if you're like, oh my gosh, but if you're like, I understand that Mark told me all about it. We all know about it. You were here and you had a healing from Pan. Like, reinforce this with her, that everything is okay and that you understand. And she also said that it was from memories. She has memories that is triggering this as well.
Yeah.
And that's what Mark said, just from the past, but the memories are still alive. But I think that she'll,
go ahead.
Just
go ahead,
that she'll work through it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's not, I don't know if she'll ever be the most trusting little spirit in the whole wide world, but she'll get better. Okay, let's go to Cody, who said they were here. And Cody's Mitchell. Hi, Cody. Hello, I'd love a message from my dog, Lady, a childhood pet I adored so much. So, Lady, who has crossed for Cody. We'll see if Lady wants to say anything.
I feel, I don't feel her being very feminine. I feel her being very protective and very strong. Even though you called her Lady, I feel as though she was more, she wasn't very prissy, so to speak. Like, she was, I just see her having like a blended masculine feminine energy. But I see her being protective. I see her being assertive. I see her being uh, a good companion, and wanting to run and jump and do tricks and catch the frisbee. Like, she liked to do sports. She liked to do activities. She liked to be with the family and in the mix. Like, even if somebody was playing ball or playing catch outside or kicking a ball, she would run back and forth. And I just don't see her as being she wasn't like a lapdog. I just see her as being like really in a family, running. And but I see the blended energy as far as her personality. She was a guard dog as far as barking and notifying. Like, if the UPS man or the mailman or somebody drove by, she'd let you know. But she was a sweet dog. I see her like walking back into the kitchen and laying down. She lay in the kitchen a lot. This was where her food was, but She was very obedient and very what companion, but loyal, very loyal. And I feel as though she helped you through some emotional growing up times, like I can't believe they didn't invite me to the party or whatever it was that you needed to share or talk to her about. Like she was always very sensitive to your feelings. But yeah, that's interesting that oh, she is a little Pekingese dog. So, okay, she was a lap. She was a dancer and she would get up on her hind legs and spin in a circle. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Um, Cody, do you have a dog now at your home or a cat? But I'm wondering if you have a pet right now. Okay. Yeah. She seems very connected to you, Cody, or she was at the time. I feel like she still is, though. Um, yeah, you have 2 dogs and 2 cats. Okay. No, 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 no. Well, I kind of feel like she might be with you now in another body. That was like the first thing I heard when I first started picking up the cards. But I feel like she went to the other side. There she is. She's on the other side. She passed and went over there. She's on the fence. Stay on your own boundaries. But she's like, okay, that's enough of that. That was boring being over here on the other side of the fence. Look, so she starts looking through to see, well, what else is out there? And I think she wanted to come right back. She wasn't going to stay up there forever. Her intention was to come back to you. Now, it might be an older dog that you have now, a little bit older. But she's saying trust your intuition. I think if you think about it a minute, you're saying I have a strong strong bond with Miracle. And then she gives me this little joker card like, ha ha ha, I've been here. Uh, Even on some levels, what encouraged you to ask about me today? This little joker card, things are not always what they seem. I feel like it's a dog though. First I thought maybe it was a cat, but I don't know. I feel like it's a dog again. And you're probably right. It's probably Miracle. Okay, we'll see all that. It just confirms everything to me. And I thought it would be the older one, just because they gave me this older dog card. So I thought maybe of the two, it would be the older of the two, which is why I said that. And that whole trust your intuition card. I mean, instinct, trust your. And, I've wondered if there was a connection between the two. Yeah, it is. It's that one. It's been there with you for a while, huh? So I think that's why you asked that today. It's just she wanted to get that message, get that information over to you. I love it. And plus, even the name Miracle, it's kind of a miracle that you have that dog again, lady.
It's right there in the name.
Yeah. Is Miracle a boy this time? Or is it a girl? Might be a boy because I feel like it's a little different. Yeah. Love it. See, this is all, I say this every time. This is why I always like you guys to be here, to go back and forth. Oh, she's a girl, Miracle. Okay. That's the one. I love that you named her Miracle, though. It's pretty cute. Okay. Anything else, Gene, on that one?
That was just a validation from my pendulum that everything that Mark was getting is absolutely correct. And trust your instincts and the name Miracle. I mean, it's all there in the name. It's you can't make this stuff up, you guys. It's amazing. And we all do it. We all say, "Is it possible?" Or we all ask because it's almost like we don't really expect it, but it's right there in front of us. And a
And it's
lot of
kind of a hard
things.
thing to
Yeah.
prove to others, but what happens is the animal ends up, I think, proving it to you. It's things
Mm.
that you would know and notice, and they offer it to you as a sign, or at least that's been my experience. Because I'll go through that. Was that even? Yeah, I'd like that. I feel like that. Pen's telling me that. Is that really? But then things just keep coincidental kind of things keep happening to where I go, okay, I get it. I don't care if anybody else does, but for me, I get it. You are my little dog that I had when I was a kid. All right. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's always different. I never really know. But right off the bat today, as soon as we started, my first question was, do you have animals at the house?
Mhm.
That's my first thought. I feel like maybe it's in the house with you.
Wow.
Okay. One Moolah, are you here?
Can I just read out? Fatima is just making a comment. She said, "Interesting. I had a cat. We named her Miracle, and she was the grunt of the litter and outlived all the other cats.
Ah, that
And
probably helped her.
that's why you named her Miracle."
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody called me Miracle every day, I think I'd be pretty miraculous. Right? You just take on the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing people say hello, but I did see somebody who seemed like they had a very desperate want for us to read. We might do one more. Was that you, Majestic Oracle? Let me see here. Let me roll back if it'll go back that far. Oh, no. Oh, no, it was Sheena that was kind of wondering because I don't see people answering me. So, Sheena, if you're still here, let us know because I think we can do one more reading. If Moolah's here, we'll read on that. Dupree, I still have you on the list.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
see
and
is she
Wiki,
here?
are you still here? I can do your question.
Okay. Yeah, Wiki's here. I don't see
I gotta go
Sheena.
back down to the bottom now to see who's here and who. Did anybody say hello?
One Moolah said too. She
Oh
said,
yeah, okay,
"Here,
good.
we can
We'll
make
try to
it
get.
quick."
We're
Okay.
gonna try to squeeze you both in here real quick because I can't go much longer because I have an appointment with the tax person today. Got to do that. Oh boy, oh joy. So, can we ask Buttercup, the rescued? We're going to do you first, Moolah, because I shouted you out earlier looking for you. Can we ask Buttercup, the rescued corgi mix, to please stop peeing on the carpet and let her know that my brother is a good man who won't hurt her, unlike her previous family? Thanks. Okay, let's see about her. Buttercup. Buttercup, my little Buttercup. We're going to read on another little Buttercup. I Have you had Buttercup very long, one Moolah? I feel like she's still adjusting a little bit, not quite figured out all the rules and all that kind of stuff.
She could have also been trained on a pee pad. I don't know if you have any pee pads. And
Yeah. She's just trying to settle in. She tends to like, I'm going to say, women maybe a little more readily than men. I think that's what your brother's going through a little bit. It's more about there was a scary man or something she knew. the peeing is about something in particular here, like some rule or something that she's not figuring out. Where's she sleeping at night? Is she staying in your room with you, One Moolah? There's some kind of rule or something that she's not quite figuring out.
She got her on January 11th. I think Mila might be behind a few minutes.
Yeah, so that's pretty new. Yeah, so she's still adjusting. She hadn't quite got it all together yet.
She was abandoned in an eviction. Aww.
Honey. So, tell her how much you love her. This is her new home. You don't have any plans on abandoning. Have those little talks with her. How precious she is, how much you love her, how cute and sweet she is, and all that. She'll like to hear that. The more you can tell her what a lovely thing she is, she'll like it.
She says she loves my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though your brother is going to win her heart and she will be his shadow in no time.
Right.
I feel as it's very temporary, that his kindness and his eyes and his consistency will win her over.
Yeah, and he just needs, be sweet to her. Okay, so she sleeps with your mom, right? Mm-hmm.
The room has a dog door. Brilliant.
That's great. Love it. Well, you're right. She's most attached to mom. Mom's like the least threatening kind of energy. Or let's just say this. I'm not that you guys have threatening energy. There's a calmness there. Also, I feel like energetically she works with mom.
Mm.
This peeing thing, though, I'm still kind of getting there's something about the routine or the rules that she's not quite connecting with. So, like we talked about before, sit down a couple minutes, imagine her coming up on a stage in a light. That just helps. Do whatever you want, but I just give you the way that seems to help the most. She don't have to be in the room with you. And, ask her, what's going on with peeing? We're happier if you don't pee on the rug. We need you to go outside or wherever it's designated. Is your brother taking her on a walk? Oh, good. My brother loves dogs and trying to run her over out. Is he walking her maybe or taking her out on a little thing? I feel like if they start a little routine between each other, that's going to help out. Yeah. She's there for your mom. That's for sure. But she wants to work out as a good family dog, everybody's friend. So, we're looking for it to work out and get better here. I feel like if your brother starts doing something, kind of specific with her, it's play ball or belly rubs, or we go on a little walk, or we go out and sit in the yard or something like that, will help her. Because she didn't really, I don't feel like she had a lot of specialty attention before she came to you guys. And having said that, she wants to say again, A lot of her focus is on your mom. I feel like there's healing kind of going on there. That's why she sleeps with her and all that. So she's there. That's part of her service, I feel like. Yeah. You might try the pee pad and see if she'll use one. My little buttercup, I got her when she was little. She wasn't a year, and I brought her home. And I got pee pads because I didn't know. I hadn't had a puppy in a long time. I hadn't housebroken or anything in a long time. I'd always adopted grown dogs. And so I got some pee pads at home, and I was unwrapping them. And before I got them open and unfolded, she sat on it and peed on it. Like, she went, "Oh, I know all about the pee pads." And I go, "Well, how did you know? You were out in the street running wild." And she just immediately, before I could even unfold it, "Oh, this is the pee pad and you pee on it." Now Alaska was going, "What the heck is that? Get it away from me." Because I got them about the same time. But my little buttercup, who was part Corgi, said, "Oh, look at this." So you might try that. Of course.
I feel like there's a little bit of a safety issue outside. She did say that she thinks that she might be afraid of her brother. But if she has like maybe a little fenced in area or a little like a block, a way to block the neighborhood or block the cars or block the other dogs and just have a little bit of a privacy where she can feel relaxed, she'll go more outside. Maybe she's too afraid outside. I don't know if there's distractions or noises or something, but that's why she waits and goes inside where she's more relaxed. I don't know if there's so a natural little gate or a natural little fence or a natural little, fake shrub or something that you can put out there, and so that she'll have a grassy area where she's safe from any, distractions. I don't know. I do feel as though she's afraid when she's out there,
Yeah.
or not comfortable when she's out there.
And the other thing, too, if whenever she pees where she's supposed to, or when it's a good pee pee, lots of praise. "Oh, what a good, wonderful dog." And then not so much attention when she does the pee on the rug thing. You don't want to make that a big bunch of attention to it, because attention is attention to them. And sometimes they won't really get that it's negative or positive. They just think, "Oh, I get all this attention, so I'll do that again." So it's almost better just to say a simple, "No, I don't like that." Just kind of, and then that's the end of it. And then there's a lot of activity about when we pee outside or where we're supposed to and that kind of thing. But that really helps them because they want to please you, believe it or not. So there's usually just some little confusion about it, and you can help change their minds that way. Okay, well, we've gone pretty far, but didn't I promise somebody else I was going to read for them?
Wicky's the last one.
Yeah, Wiki. Okay, Wiki. What's your question? She's got a new puppy. Okay. Hi, Wiki. Thank you guys, everybody, for your questions. Hi, Mark and Jean. Hello. Can you read on Nico, my pup? I want to see how he's doing with me and if he has any messages for me. Nico the pup. Well, I think he's doing fine with you, first of all, Vicky. MLRs, wanting to please you does not typically apply to cats. They do want to please you, but in their way. It's like that. That's just play behavior. Wiki, you're saying he gets very nippy in the afternoon. That's him testing, figuring out what's good nips and what's bad nips. He's testing everything. And so you say, "No, that's too much. Don't bite me like that. It's too hard." You help him adjust it. He's playing, though. He's not really trying to be aggressive. It's more, I'm a wild puppy and I'm playing. That might be a good time to play tug with him. Get him a little something that you can pull and he can pull, like pulley pull, to give him something to do with his mouth. He's just looking for, their baby. What now? What can I bite? Now what can I use my mouth for? They use their mouth like it's a hand. It's like la 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 la. And I'm testing, testing, testing. He's still got quite a bit of puppy brain going on. So it's just goofy puppy brain. It's not really aggressive. It's more like, I will get you. It's like a play behavior, but it's like the way if it was two puppies. Oh yeah, you try to distract him with tug and fetch. That's really good. It's all going along okay. A lot of this is puppy energy. He'll grow out of it. You still can tell him what works and what doesn't work nicely. But he's just learning. I don't feel like there's anything negative happening. I feel like you're a new puppy mama and you're just want to make sure everything's okay. And everything is. What do you think, Jean?
I'm getting that he's a distraction and also grounding for you. He wants your attention and he wants to be the center of focus so that you can focus on him and what's at hand and what is required. It's almost like he needs more hands-on attention and hands-on focus. He's saying that he's doing this to distract you from other things. There are other things that you're worried about paying attention to that he wants he wants your undivided attention, and that this is important, and you will learn something from being able to carry him from point A to point B, or from puppy to dog. There is something that you will learn from paying attention and being diligent and watching and being focused on his progress and his needs and his development. There is something in that you can learn. There's it's for you as much as it is for him, and it's part of the lesson, is what I'm feeling.
Yeah. And he treats you like you'd be a dog a little bit. Some of that play behavior stuff. That's the way he would play with another dog. And so you just go, oh, that's too rough. That hurts. Settle down. But you're in it for the long haul, my dearest. Companionship through thick and thin. We're going to move through all of our little stuff together. The other thing is, once it depends, like if you're a large dog, they can be puppy-like for a good 2 years. This is a smaller dog, so probably won't go that long. But then all of a sudden, they just shift. They like become adults or something. And they don't have a lot of that little puppy distraction, all that. They can still act like a puppy sometimes, but they're not just, in that way, they're kind of choosing it. It's not choosing them. You know what I mean? They're sort of guided by, whoa! And then they're able to choose it a little better. Yeah, he's so funny. I bet he is. So laugh and enjoy him and just guide him a little. But you're stuck with him. He's not going nowhere. He's going to be with you until he's grown up. And you two are buddies through thick and thin. So I love that.
Yeah, I feel like right now his little, if you call it misbehaving, it's not misbehaving, it's appropriate behavior, but it's difficult for you to deal with. I feel as though he can't help it right now, but like Mark said, as soon as that turns, he'll be more reliable, more trainable, more obedient, more consistent. And this is the, not the payoff, but this is where you'll reap the rewards of your patience, of your diligence, and of your caring for him.
Yeah, he'll start getting all the ducks in a row eventually. Right now, it's like the ducks are all over the place and he can't quite teething. Yeah, that's the little nippity nip. All those things. But you're really smart to try to create a distraction. And then, they know how to be mouthy without actually breaking the skin and stuff. So he can still do little doggy stuff, but don't bite so hard and everything. He can learn that, and he will. This is just, it's my old standby puppy brains. this is what this is. And it'll get better and better. Just, that's when you have to be the most patient, sort of like a terrible two with kids. That really mom and dad have to be extra patient because they're just from one thing to the next. And that's kind of the way he is right now. Same thing about eating. He's still trying to figure out what he likes, what he don't like. It's okay for him to have a bite of human food or whatever he likes. It's okay. He's still testing everything out. I love him. It makes me want a puppy. Yeah, I'm pretty patient. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you are a good match. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I'm so excited you have him. And I know you are too. Okay, guys. Well, we did quite a bit today. I missed out on a couple, but you guys look like you had to leave anyway. And that's okay. And if we didn't get your question, we'll do it next time. But I do appreciate all of you being here and hanging out with us today. I'll be back on Saturday with the guides doing questions on any topic, not just animals. And Jean, what's up next for you?
I'm on with Joan, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and Terry from Kikaru Spiritual Journeys later on this afternoon, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific for our Magic Monday show. And then at 7 p.m., I'm on with Val and Val from Illumination Portal and Diana Bowles, and we're going to be doing the full moon eclipse, full moon eclipse. And that is tonight at 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. Full moon in, I think it's Libra. Sorry, I should know that.
Tonight?
It is. The full moon is tonight, and the eclipse, the full moon, the lunar eclipse is tonight.
Okay.
So, but the eclipse, the solar eclipse is on April 8th, which is 2 weeks from today. So there's a lunar and then a solar because it goes around,
Right. Yeah,
that's what I learned.
The 8th was the solar, and I like that it's 8, an 8 number. Yeah, so that's great. A lot of fun that Jean's got going. So be sure to check her out. I won't be there at 4:30 because I have to go to the tax lady today. Get that out of my life. So we'll see you guys here and there and everywhere. Love you for being here with me today and with Jean. Jean, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Mark. I really enjoyed myself, and I always learn so much being here. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, guys, have a good week. Let's see if this will end for us.